Uh-huh. Are we fucking live? Who knows? Do you know? I don't know. I have no clue. I have no clue what's going on. So I need to double check because I'm using... Yeah, I'm live. What is up, everyone? Come on in. Come on in. I'm using a new PC. It's a beast of a PC. It's crazy. There's nothing better than that on the market. So I needed to reinstall everything. You know what I mean? Using Streamlabs instead of OBS, which is basically OBS, but yeah. So let me know if you can hear me and all that shenanigans. What do we need to do? Tweet. We're doing good. How is your day? Handling. What is up, man? Ice Bear. Ooh, what is up? Wait, let me delete this because I hear myself. And now, this. Boom. All right. We are back at it. In it. Wait, like I said, I'm a little bit lost here with all these screens. Like I said, I'm leveling up, right? I'm leveling up. And I have a hat this time. You know what I mean? To cover my bald head. Early today. Yeah, man. A little bit earlier. This is annoying, man. This chat is at the bottom here, which is crazy. But hey. Alright, so today a stream. We're gonna basically try to finish our multiplayer game server. And then the next stream, we're gonna make the game. We're gonna probably do it in another language. I don't know, Rust or something, because it's hipster. And yeah, and then we move on to another project, you know what I mean? That's what we're gonna do. Lemur, what is up, man? Hiki, Gaya, yo, good morning, good evening in my country. You know what I mean? The little Belgium with the chocolate. And the little guy that pees in a pool. You know what I mean? Mannequin piss. Mannequin piss. Anthony, I just realized you look like my father-in-law. Alright. I hope that's good. I hope that's good news. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna record the stream right now to see. And we are recording. That's fine. 60 is 30 frames per second actually, to be honest, because my camera can only do 50. Doesn't make any sense, right? This screen. Look at this transition. Ooh, baby, look at that. Crazy. We're also gonna do a reaction video. This time a better one, because I didn't post the other one because it was too long, man. Brian, wait, I need to do some stuff. Let me quickly make this screen a little bit. Wait, how do I do this in this new Windows thing? Windows 11. All right, this is better, guys. This is so much better. This is so much better. Is the volume of the music okay? And if it is, then we're gonna continue. The Johnny Sins of Coding is live. Yes, I'm also a coder, an engineer. I am basically a fire hoser, a doctor, a chiropractor. I'm everything. You know what I mean? I'm a plumber also sometimes in some of my movies. You know what I mean? And I'm always ready to go. Yeah, that's it. That's a high quality stream. All right. Man. Alright, this is better. Okay, cool. So where are we actually here? Git log. Initial commit. That's fine. So basically, we are building a multiplayer game server, right? And we did some stuff already. And I think it's time to do some more stuff, right? Okay, cool. I think we're set. Like I said, I'm streaming a lot of times, but still I need to double check. So how is it going to work is basically let's start this booting up, right? Let's boot this thing up. So we're going to say make server. Boom, server is started, and then we're going to say make client. Boom, client is pushing, and we are receiving. I don't know what it is. Probably a random coordinates, random positions in the game. Easy. That's been done, right? So let me quickly think about this. This stupid Twitter. Hey, by the way, guys, before... Hey, I forgot. Man, I'm such a bad businessman. Before we start, guys, I want to show you something real quick. I made a cool video. You know that I'm making this full-time GoDev program, and I made, if you go to fulltimegodev.com, yeah, I know this thing is I don't know what it is, but it's a good quality video. It's basically describing in detail what's inside of the program, because a lot of people ask me, hey, what's inside? Is it the same on YouTube? What is this? Please help me. Well, this is going to cover, this video is everything you need to know, because the flagship is the microservice that we're going to build, multiple services. We're going to build a real life project that I built 8 years ago in a company. The exact same stack. We're going to rebuild that single-handed. Yeah. Like I said, it's never been taught before on the internet. You can, it's not on Coursera. It's never. It's only here. I swear to God. If you know this, you're going to be a full-time GoDev. I swear to God. Okay, cool. And now we're going to start. I'm so sorry, boys. Let me quickly see. Alt plus Shift. Split windows. Yes, yes, yes. How you're planning your measure latency? We don't. Of course, I don't know. Not a big of a deal. Okay, cool. Let's get started. I will go back to the chat from time to time, right? Let's get some stuff done, right? Basically, server main. That's where I need to be, right? What's going on here? This is the binary. Hope. Game server. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we're gonna receive this player state, which is a position and held. That's fine. I need to pick up this already a couple days ago. This is state bit. We don't need this read loop. That's fine. Read error. Oh, fine. Handle the message. Fine. Login. Okay, cool. Then we have player state here. Oh yeah. Basically, if we log in, guys, I need to pick this up, man. I need to pick it up. Where actually we spawn this player. Where do we do that? I'm completely confused. Wait. Game server. New client, yada yada, spawn a child. This is going to be this new player session. Yeah. Session spit is the struct. It's fine. Okay. The next thing we actually need to do, and I think we made a mistake here, is each time we receive a position, we need to broadcast that stuff. +1 for Rust content. There will be Rust content, guys. Like I said before. I was writing Rust before anybody else. I can swear to God. Check my GitHub profile. Damn, I'm actually completely lost here. What's going on? I'm thinking, because what we're going to do is each time we're going to receive a position, we need to broadcast it to other players, right? This is going to be a new player session. Who's receiving this fucking position? Who's receiving that stuff? The server, right? But the server only handles the started message. Here's the fucking player session. I don't think that's Gucci. I don't think that's Gucci. Clients main. I was looking for something and I couldn't find it. So it's basically because it's not... Okay, this is this random position here. Yeah, I see. Of course, we write that to the... Take a walk. Have a drink. Take your coffee. Out the day. Take the time. We write this to the server, to the player thingy. I'm gonna split screen here. Of course, my big head is gonna be in the way. That's annoying because I like to work with split screens. I think the connection needs to be made. You know what we're gonna do? We're basically gonna pipe it to the server anyway, right? That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do here. So each time we receive a player state here, this is, we print that, what's inside of this player state. Let me see, position held. That's bad. What we need basically is, that's our player state. That's what we're gonna send to the server. Yes, that's exactly what it's gonna be. So we're gonna say here, I need to warm up, guys. I'm so sorry. Player state, that's fine. We're gonna say a player ID or something. Or a session ID. That's gonna be better. Session ID is an integer. The problem is that this player state, we're gonna reuse that, right? Do we have types? Okay, okay, all good. Game server main. So we have two player states, that's fine. We have a, but we need this one because we're gonna have a session ID. Is this stream for GigaChat? This stream is, guys, listen, you have the normal people, then you have the chats, then you have the Giga chats, and then you have me. Then you have the GG status, you know what I mean? It's a completely different level. Yeah, and that's what you get if you basically don't pre-script your stream, pre-script your code, then you come in these situations where you completely choking. You know what I mean? You're choking, you have no clue what to do. You just came from the gym, back day, 90 kilo bend over rows. Hey, woo! Okay, focus. So we're gonna have display state. Yes, we're gonna say. Where is server? Man, this file is so huge. Here, actor started. That's fine. We're gonna say case a player state. Maybe we're gonna make it a pointer, to be honest, because hey, why not? Putting some load on the garbage collector. I think that's always a good idea. So we're gonna have display state. What we're gonna do is we're gonna broadcast that shenanigans, right? So we're gonna say s bcast msg. We don't have bcast, but that's fine. Center func s pointed to a game server. Bcast message, actually to be honest, state. It's fine. We're gonna start like this. Super easy. Player state. No error because we don't do that. Actor model, guys. I'm gonna panic. Bcast. Wait, I'm gonna say something like this. FMT. First of all, we're gonna print ln. I need to bcast this message. State. Bcast the state. Yes. Gonna make a printf. Plus v, new line, state. That's what we're gonna do. Because I wanna see if we can have a correct session ID and everything. Okay, now we need to go to the player child. The child actor here is up top. Read loop, handle message. And it's here, and then player state here. Okay, here is the thing. So we're gonna say s send. We can't. It's gonna be s context ctx. We don't have a ctx. That's bad. We need a ctx here, right? We're gonna send player session. Yada. Con is fine. We're gonna say ctx, which is going to be an actor context. We're gonna set that in started. As ctx is going to be c, right? You could do it in initialize, doesn't really matter. As ctx send server pit. We don't have that. ps. Yeah, yeah. This is a types play state. That's actually. Yeah. Dear fanboys, Rust sucks. That's not true. Rust is good, but it's a little bit too hyped. It's a little bit too overhyped. It's a little bit too, I want to be a Rust guy, but I have no clue why I want to be a Rust guy. I just want to be a Rust guy because it's cool. It's not cool. It's good for what if you use Rust for what you, and actually, to be honest, the reaction video is about Rust. Hey, so stick in the stream, stick with me, you and me together. Big biceps, big chest, big shoulders, big traps, big brain. That's not true. We have everything big, except balls and brains. That's small. That's a problem. Rust is overhyped, but it's fine. It takes just a couple of, maybe a year, right? When everybody realizes they're getting, you know, yep. And then it's fine. And everybody can move back to what it was, right? And like I said, I'm going to do more Rust content. If you don't believe me, we're going to do more Rust content, right? But cool Rust content, right? You know what I mean? You're going to make cool stuff where Rust is used, where Rust can actually be used for. That's what we're going to do. Okay, I'm in a dilemma here. I have a player state here, but I also have a types player state. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete this player state. I'm going to open up the types player state. And I'm going to say there's a session ID, which is going to be an int, right? And we don't care about the JSON because we're not going to serialize it. We're going to set it. What's going on with all these emails? Nothing. All right. So back to server, right? Give me a moment here. We're going to have a problem. Undefined PS, server ID. Yes. How are we going to do this? Server pit, which is a server process ID, is going to be an actor. Pitsky. Where's SID? That's the session ID. That's fine. I'm going to say server pit. Actor pit. We're going to make the game in Rust, right? Like I said, we're going to make the game server in Golang, which is where Golang is made for, and then we're going to make the game in Rust itself, right? Is that amazing? Golang and Rust, Ferris and the fucking gopher together, right? You know what I mean? Ferris. Yeah, I know, T-Mux, I know, guys. I know. Like I said before, I'm too far. I'm too far gone. I have bad usability in a lot of things. I have good usability in a lot of things, but also have a bad usability in a lot of things. And I'm just too busy to yeah. I'm so sorry. I'm lost. Completely lost. Okay, so we're going to say that the server pit is going to be the server pit. Amazing. Now we need to where do we do that? Spawn child, a new player session, and that's going to be here. Do we have a context? Of course not. Yes, we have ctx.pit, which is our own pit, right? Perfectly fine. Undefined player state. That's completely true. Yeah, now we need to bcast this player state. It's going to be a types player state here. Oh man, typo mistakes. Gopher doping the Ferris. I don't know if the Gopher. I don't know what his name is. Maybe we should give it a name because he doesn't have a name, right? But maybe if Gopher, right? Let's say that there is a UFC match between the Gopher and Ferris. Who's gonna win? I don't know. I think Golang's Gopher is basically doomed to lose. I don't like it. A Gopher. But Ferris, that's nasty. He's sharp. He's ready. You know what I mean? He's rusty. We're gonna get sued, by the way. Okay, so I want to get things done. What's going on? I'm not focused today. I'm basically should be a good reaction video day for me. Coding for a lot of hours today. That's a problem. Bcast here. No. A little chill session, guys. Sometimes it can be a little chill. You know what I mean? Sometimes it doesn't need to be that productive. Okay, undefined server bit. I believe that's going to be this. We're going to send this player state here, but we're going to embed here session. Whew. Whoop. Done. Session ID is going to be S session ID. Embed that, put that in this. I think we need a pointer to a player state. Is that true? Just missing that one small detail, a Glenfiddich in the background inside it. It's true. All my Glenfiddich things are basically completely gone. I throw them in the dumpster. It's no, man. No bottles anymore. It's me. Only me and that little thing there. The cookie monster, you know, that's the mascot. Needs to stick. Okay, so we're going to receive the player state from ourselves, right? We're going to receive that. It's basically the client, the game client is going to send the player state to the player state on the other side on the server. We're going to make a player state for every player that's connected, right? We're going to mimic that state on the server side as an actor, as a child actor. And then we are going to receive our position. We're going to embed, or we're going to attach, embed. We're going to write our session ID to that session, to that position or state, whatever. And then we're going to send that back to the server, and the server is going to bcast. Bcast. Yes, that's it. Yes. Boom, look at this. Dopamine incoming, guys. Dopamine. Melting. It's Windows. And the guy that installed my PC has made it in Dutch, man. It's so annoying. I cannot even read Dutch. Can you imagine that? Make client. Let's see. Okay, broken pipe. I know what it is. I know what it is, guys. I'm completely aware. It's something that's basically not set. Player session receive is the CTX. Yeah, that's fine. Do we have in our server the CTX? That's the question. Yeah, we have. Okay, I didn't debug this. It's gonna be in game server 69. Okay. 69. Can you imagine? What are the odds? What are the odds? 69. How do we do this? Type 69. Wait a minute. I'm gonna unmarshal this. Session ID is this guy. It's fine. It's fine. We don't have a panic right here, so it's gonna be good. Maybe if I make this a non-pointer, it's gonna send it, but it's not gonna be received because we are switching on a pointer type, right? So I'm just curious here. What's going on here? Clients. Okay, it's the same thing, right? That is fucking annoying. Inbox started. Why is this? Didn't we we forgot a fucking new line somewhere? New client print. Who's doing this? Look at that. Wait, handle WS, maybe that's a problem. Yeah, I think it's gonna be this. Look at this. I think What's going on here? Clear alsjeblieft. Make server. Make client. Damn it. God damn it. It's not this one. That's annoying, right? With these stupid pointers all the time. But I think it's something... Maybe it's 50. Wait, so basically if you have this error... what if we do this? What if we do this? Debugging, this Pepega debugging. This is basically how Pepegas debug. Sometimes you get it instantly and sometimes not, right? This is basically, don't do this at home, right? Make client. You see it's gonna work perfectly fine. So the only reason why we have a problem is because this one. This CTX is not set. Because this is handle message and handle message is not tied. It's the read loop. Yeah, so it's pretty easy to take care of. What you're gonna do is we're gonna say if as the context, because you need to understand, I knew it was a context, of course. I just didn't know where. The problem is this handle message is going to get started as soon as before the CTX is actually a thing, I think. So if this is nil, if it's not nil, we're gonna send, right? Because at a certain point of time it will be set. You know what I mean? At a certain point of time it will be set. Looking good to me. Of course I want to see dopamine, right? So we need to print stuff out. Actually, to be honest, are we actually sending? Maybe we're not sending at all. But maybe CTX is nil forever. The context will never be set and we're sitting here. Looking good to me. PR, right? On production. So we're gonna receive this thing, or are we actually printing that out in the server? Who knows? Bcast message. I need to be. Yeah, okay, cool. I think now it's gonna be it because now it's gonna be a pointer. Make server. I'm so sorry. Dopamine incoming right now. Boom, 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 boom. Damn, no dopamine. God damn it. Default received this baby. You don't receive anything. So the CTX is not being set. That's the problem. Okay. No CTX. I quite enjoyed your humor, young man with the speed. Would you be worried about bit flipping or row hammers computer related questions? Ooh, man, this is nasty. I don't know what it is, man. You need to educate me with... I don't know what row hammers computer architecture is. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, man. If you can elaborate a little bit more, I would love to share some stuff. So the context is not being set here because if the... Yeah. Is that a thing, guys? Is this a thing? Hey, I'm so sorry. Hey, it was blocking. Why is nobody helping me here? Dopamine. Right now. You see, that's what you need to do, dopamine, right? That gives me dopamine. Okay, cool. So the thing is, what I did was basically a rookie mistake. Actually, I think a rookie will catch it because they're paying attention. We senior programmers, we basically don't give a fuck, right? We assume it's good. So what was the problem? Let's, I don't even know anymore. CTX here. Here. Basically, this read loop is blocking, right? Blocking, right? Blocker. You know what I mean? And we did it here. So this never been set. Hey, can happen. You know what I mean? That would not be happening in Rust, my friend. Shut the fuck up. All right. That's fine. So now we need to bcast that. That's good. Good news. Where is bcast? 3-sitter get queries deprecated. Look at this. NVim. Productivity, they say. Cannot even do this. Oh, now I can. Like I said, it's a new PC, new setup and all that stuff, right? So, 4_. So basically, we're going to have a session ID probably. We didn't do that, right? So what I do is here, sessions. Is the font okay? Let's bump it up a little bit. Hop, look at this for the blind homies. So we're going to say sSession_spit is going to be an empty struct, but I think because we're going to receive a message from a pit, but we need the session ID. Is that true? I think we're going to do something like that. Session sit is going to be pit, I think. And what's going on here, man? Oh yeah, I understand. I surrender. Game server. Hop. Sessions. There's going to be an integer mapped to an actor pit. Of course, now we need to do this. It's going to be make me a map of actor pit. All right. Each information is sent on a thread when it goes into the GPU. It could be first in or first out or last in first out, which could be slowed down, but maybe corrupt the language. Man, this is already, I need to, like I said, it's late. I didn't eat yet. This is way over my head at the moment. But I can see that being good. All right, so now we can actually do for sit pit range as sessions. We're gonna delete that, save this, pit declared not used, that's all fine. So what we need to do is now we need to send that message to the child as CTX send a message, the state to the pit. We don't need to sit as a thing. Yeah, we're probably going to switch that up, to be honest. We're going to send that message here. Is it like that? Send to the pit, which is going to be the client. Of course, the thing is, I think we're going to do something like, it's going to basically send it back to the same client, right? To the same player. So what we could do, let's put in the context here, which is going to be actor pit here, right? If pit, do we have equals? Oh yeah, we have. Look at this. What a gamer. From. No, it's equals. Can we do that? Yeah, probably this. We could do that like that. Then we're gonna send it, right? So that basically means we're not gonna send it to the guy that basically sent that message. Is that true? And how do we know from who that message is? See? Sender. Okay. Stop with this thing. Broadcasting. Receive from. I want to see if that's going to work out, right? So we're going to do this. Clear the screen a couple times because I mistype this all the time. Clear, new keyboard, new PC, new life. It's crazy, new me. And it's even already 4 months in, 2023. Make server. Clear, make client. Yeah, man, we receive from the local server session, yada, yada, yada. That's perfectly fine. I'm probably not going to send that because we made this code. That's fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to make multiple clients. That's the next game plan, right? So we're going to go to... game client. Main. Random position, it's all good. Is this code available on Git? Yes, it is. It is available on GitHub. The link will be in the description. It's basically on my GitHub, which is this. The GitHub will be here. NDM game server. That's where you need to be. Why does it call game server? Because it's a game server. What are we gonna do here is gonna be James all the play. We don't want that, right? So we're gonna say... Actually, to be honest, I think it's gonna be fine. I think it's gonna be fine. Look at this guy. Streamer at Code Beast. Amazing! Yeah, of course I need a server. Yeah. Nothing gonna happen, that's perfectly fine. Alright. Make another James then. Nothing happening. That's not good. Yeah, he's gonna bork out, that's fine. New client trying to connect. We didn't actually... Where's this login thingy? Are we actually logging in? That's... No! Make client. New client trying to connect, so that's fine. There's one client. Two clients. Okay. So that's in order. That's being set. We're gonna set that session ID is fine. These clients gonna send stuff. These clients are gonna send stuff. Because it could be that the sender is going to be... We send it to the server. The server received this and go and broadcast that. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna send that to the player. This is getting complex, guys. What the hell's going on here? Player session, receive. Yes, okay, cool. That's why. Okay, we got this. It's basically here because we need to have a types player state, right? And this is going to be the position. It's very important, right? I'm gonna do a recap because it's not easy, but like I said before, making these things is not easy at all. FMT println. So basically, I just received the state of another player. Yeah, just like that, right? I just received the state of another player. Of course, I capitalized, and we're gonna say basically here. Message is going to be this thingy, and we're going to say msg dot let's say a session ID or something, right? Look at this, guys. Dopamine again, dopamine injection right now. Make client. He's not going to do anything. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm not wrong, guys, because otherwise I would be fucking sad. And I'm going to make another client. It's not working. Damn. We need to step up our game. FMT println receive. Of course, I can actually keep the client booted up. Nope. We're not sending anything. This bcast is borked. Wait, which state is that? Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Maybe Hollywood is borked. That could also be a thing. Sending states to players. States. Session ID. Actually, to be honest, bit. Shit, I think we just it's fine. Yeah. Make server here, make client here, and make a client here. Okay, nothing is happening. What's going on? There is no dopamine to be extracted here. It's a stupid pit. I swear to God, it's a stupid thingy. Make server. This is gonna. Now it's gonna receive its own thingy, right? Not even that. Not even that. Okay. What a debug shenanigans. B casting. Probably forgot something very minor, to be honest. But if you think you're the only one that needs to debug, then you're basically in a bad spot, in a bad idea. Okay, with B casting. Okay. So we are B casting here. Okay. Session map is basically... I'm sorry, but the invite to Discord seems to invalid for me. Is that true? Can you tell me where you found that Discord link? Because if my Discord links are basically broken on YouTube, we have the biggest problem on Earth. The biggest problem on Earth. The session map is actually completely empty, and I don't know why. Look at this. Is this a nasty bug? I don't know if you guys know, but this is actually very nasty, right? I'm gonna leave it here for a bit. Look at that, and let that sink in. What's happening here? Let that sink in. This is actually a nasty bug. And YouTube descriptions. Is this link completely borked? What is this? Let me quickly check. I think the link should be fine, to be honest. Can somebody confirm this link is borked? Can somebody confirm that? All right, so what's the problem here? It's very important. So basically, the only thing we can see here that this spawn child is basically blocking. Works fine for me. Yeah, that's what I think. I think the link is perfectly fine because both in 9bot and description. Yeah, all right. Thanks you, Webstradef. This problem, spawn child is blocking, and I don't think. I'm gonna open this up in Hollywood here right now, which I made myself. Proc so why can it actually be Is that because we have this? Oh yeah, I know what it is, man. Oh my goodness. Look at this. If it is what I think it is, this one. So the problem is here, guys, is very important. It's again the stupidest mistake of Maestro himself, me. Very important. If you're using actors and we are receiving here, you can never ever block it in one of these messages. Because if we block here, we cannot, it will not be, nothing happens. We're blocking, you know what I mean? Like all these girls on Tinder, they are blocking. That's what it is. So what we're gonna do, let's say go read loop. Listen. So now you need to be, if you make these applications, right? This is Golang, which is easy, right? And if you want to learn Golang and all that stuff, you can go to fulltimegoref.com, right? But can you imagine you're making these applications in C++ and C back in the day? This is just, debugging is going to be so much harder, even though we did some debugging today also. It's actually a good stream because now you can see how to, that basically everybody is struggling sometimes, right? Sometimes things are not going into the right direction. Hey, You're not the only one. You know what I mean? So this read loop, so now it's gonna work perfectly fine. So now we have a lot of shit shenanigans done. Let me quickly see if I can clean up things. Here, panic nasty, that's what I want. So now it's going to set this thing and that's going to be everything fine. Look at this, dopamine overflow right now. Right here, server. Clear the screen, make client. We're warming up. We're warmed up actually. Make client, here, boom. Look at that. Shit, nothing happens. Shit, it is. Look at the screen. Epileptic attacks. I just received the state of another player. Sending the state to a local player. Yeah, so what we need to be careful with is right now, we need to double check that, right? Where is that we don't send to the same player because otherwise they're gonna ping pong. You know what I mean? State from %s to %s. State from pit to from pit. We could actually say something like that too, but pit is fine. Print state from, yeah, of course a new line, otherwise we're in big trouble. Let's start with one client here and make client. Make client maybe. Select the client typing. Alright. So nothing happening here. Session ID pit in this map. From local server session to local... Okay, that's a problem, right? So that's what we need to avoid. The problem is pit equals, that's... I don't know what's going on here, actually. Oh yeah, of course we have one player, right? Once we have this right, it's done, right? Then we are Gucci. Then it's just a small foundation we need to lay. Ah, okay, this is working. It's working. I just received the state from another player. That's what we need. That's what we need. So what we're gonna do... Why is this other guy not basically... Wait, sending state to player. Is that something we saw? We don't know anymore. It's fine. We're almost there. We're actually almost there, right? Because once we have these coordinates and it's working perfectly fine, the only thing we need to do is send them back to the game client, right? So we the game client sends a coordinate to the game server, a position, the state game sends a player state to the server. The server sees that. The server basically says, "Oh yo, I'm gonna broadcast your state to everybody else. All these other players receive this state. They're gonna basically send that state back to their front game client, so the game client can update all these other players' state. That's the game server. That's our plan. That's what we're gonna build. And then we're gonna build a Rust game, a simple game with squares or circles or maybe, I don't care what it is, so we can just multiplayer things, right? And once we have that, all the rest is easy, right? Then it's just making a 3D model, you know what I mean? Then it's just making, that's what we're gonna do, right? Then it's, all the rest is up to you. I'm just giving you a little bit of a help, right? 50 minutes in, that's cool. And then we're gonna do a reaction video and it's about Rust and JavaScript. Hey, that's the cocktail for success. You know what I mean? Bcast. Lazar, what up, man? Coming in late today, it's fine, man. You're always welcome here. But I'm in the zone right now. I'm in the zone. I'm getting in the zone. Okay, so send. We're not gonna do this because it's too much epileptical seizures here. So we're gonna... If we... Clear the thingy. No? No? Yes, here. I just received the state of another player. S send state to client. Capital C, client, capital C, capital. This new keyboard, I don't know, it's red switches, it's linear, but I need to type deeper. I need, that's what she said. But I need to type deeper. And sometimes I don't type deep. That's also what she said. And that's why I, yeah. Let's stop. But something like that. I need to get used to that. I'm triggering my muscle memory. Okay, so set to client, send state to client. Set player state undefined. As player session. Player state. So I'm not clicking it, I'm typing it out because I need to practice on this keyboard. So send player state, and it's going to be state. Pointer types. Player state. Right, so I'm gonna log this out real quick. Println. Caps. So we're gonna sending this state to the game client. State here, right? What I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna open up the game client, by the way, client main, this one, and I'm gonna basically say this millisecond thing. I'm gonna bump that up. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make it second, time second, delete that, just for now, right? That's just for now, so we don't see this, you know what I mean? Just second, so we can, people don't die from elliptical seizures, you know what I mean? Are we ready to do this? I think so. Make client. Just want to see if that's gonna make server, by the way. Make client. All right. Nothing happening, right? So it's bcasting, but we don't bcast because, yeah. Make client here. Now we're gonna bcast. That's where the magic happens, right? Multiple clients, right? All right. Now you see it's relaxing. Something that we can kill, not can do, is basically this. It's gonna be bcast. Bcasting, we don't need that. That's logging. Chapeau. Young man, this is very funny. Hey. Thank you, man. Isn't bcast a bad name? Gregory, is Bcast a bad name? Is that something, some racist thing or something that I'm doing? Bcast. Broadcast. Bcast. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you a little thing. Sometimes I rewatch the stream. I rewatch my own streams. Why? Because I need to learn. I need to see what's going on, right? I need to learn from that. I need to check what's good, what's bad, and sometimes I need to laugh about my own jokes. Then if that happens, then you're basically completely. There is no help anymore for you if you laugh about your own jokes. That's basically. That's the peak of narcissism. No, it's not true, but hey. Wait, because we Bcast this, but something is actually... It's fine. So what we're gonna do here, are we in server? Okay, this one. Send play state. Hop. Here. Alright, so what we're gonna do basically is we're gonna take the connection and we're gonna write JSON. That's what we're gonna do. So the client is basically going to keep each time we log in, or so, yeah, each time somebody connects, I think we need to send a message to the client so they can basically update that player state with a session ID or something, or a PID. No, a session ID would be better. So they know if they receive a state, they know which state they need to update, right? You know what I mean? So we're gonna just write this out. This is gonna be an error, so I think you're gonna do if. I really want to check this error actually. If error is gonna be this, error is not null. The question is, what are we gonna do with this, right? We are sending a player state. You could do a panic here because the actor will be restored. The question is, do we need to? Because what you're gonna do, you need to think about that. Okay, we are trying to send the player state back to the game client, but there's a problem with writing JSON, which actually cannot be the case. Why would there be a fucking problem with writing JSON? Maybe the connection is dropped or something. I don't know. But what are you gonna do in this case? Probably disconnect or something. That's something we could do. As disconnect, player session disconnect, and somebody's gonna freak out on the other side. You know what I mean? But it's fine. Let's do panic. Then we are 100% sure that we see if there is an error, right? Hey. So actually what should happen is, if we go back to the game client. Man, it's itching. Cool project. YouTube is your full-time job? No, man. No, it's not. YouTube is a side hustle. It's a side job. My full-time job is basically programming, just like you, probably, right? All right, this is fine. Yeah, you could retry. Anak Sop. Something like retry or something else, but like I said, this is basically already detailed implementation, and that's for later on, right? Just panic out, and if it happens, you could fix it. If it don't happen, that's something for later on, right? Do I miss something? I don't think so. Yeah, game client. Now we're gonna check what we don't. Do we have a read loop, by the way, here? This is our connection, WebSocket connection, basically. We loop here, yada yada, and we send that, but we have no read loop. So what we're gonna do? Go func. Just like that. We're gonna say here for something like that. Again, this is the stupid JSON thing. Now we need to do the same thing we did before, right? Damn, we need to send it. We need to send a message also from the server side. Yeah. That's what needs to happen. Yeah. So we're gonna say message is going to be n. No, not n. Types message. Don't we have that? What's going on? VS message. Yo. And we're gonna do read this VS message here. If there is an error, that is not null. We're gonna say print it out. Say R. Print out the R. Continue here. WS read error, something like that. Boom, boom, taken care of. Undefined WS because it's a message. Two variables but returns one variable. Of course, because we don't need that. We could do basically F here, yoink everything up. This, right? Fine. And we're gonna say here, we could instantiate this like that. It's all fine. Or we do a var thingy, you know what I mean? Var. This is gonna be the same thing. I mean, this is gonna be the same thing. We're gonna for loop here. All good. The next thing we need to do is basically go. Actually, to be honest, that's this new NeoVim setup is not the best. It's a new PC, like I said before, and now we are bored. Look at this. Huh? Productivity. Where are we here? Here. We're gonna print that out, right? So we could say fmt println. Actually, we need to swap. We need to switch on this type. We're gonna do that later on. We're gonna say println got message from the server, something like that, and maybe MSG just like that, and call it a day, right? Then we're gonna open up our server once again. Boom, main, because we need to send player state. We need to send right JSON. We're not gonna send the state. We're gonna send a message. What's going on here? Types WS message. That's what we need. Type. No, we can't do that. It's gonna be something like that. Type. State. Data. Damn it, we need to fucking unmarshal this. Marshal actually. JSON marshal. State. Can we please stop typing typos, man? Panic. Fuck this thing. No time to think about these errors. State data. B. Alright, so for the people that jump in or something, what's happening is basically we're writing a multiplayer game server in Golang, right? Our backend is in Golang, which basically communicates with an actor model framework, right? It's Hollywood, it's a framework that I made. It's basically an actor paradigm framework, and we're sending messages with that actor framework, right? But the communication between the client and the backend is going to be WebSocket, right? We could also do an actor model infrastructure, architecture, but the problem is that Hollywood is only available for Golang. Then our front end is our game client, or our game is also going to be Golang, and we don't want that because we're going to write the game in Rust. Exactly, in Rust. Why? Because we can. Because that's why Rust is made for. You know what I mean? Bavy or something? I don't know. It's going to be a simple game, and we're just going to multiplayer this, right? And all the rest is history. Message declared and not used. That's completely right. So we're going to write this message here. Boom. Ah, man. I'm late here. What game does this server work with? Well, hey, leave it in the comments. We need to make a game yet. The game is going to be in Rust. So it's basically Rust the game, Golang the server. It's like Ferris and Gopher united. Woo! That's amazing. That's a cocktail for success. Let us be honest. Is actually this true, this type? Do I have another thing here? WS. Wait. Wait. Guys. Boom. WS message. It's gonna be on. It's on the client side. It's fine. Okay, let's go to client. Boom, like that, and then we're gonna say here read JSON message. Got message from the server. Let's test that first. Well, let's just start somewhere, you know what I mean? Make server, boom. Make client, boom. Look at that, man. The speed of this. Make client once again here, boom. Hey, look at this. We got... You see? This is basically peak programming at its finest. Hey, who's gonna debug this? On my channel. Live on YouTube. After working 8 hours a day, go to the gym, bent over rows, 90 kilo bent over rows. You know what that means, 90 kilo bent over rows? You cannot even lift 90 kilos with your 2 hands. I'm bent over rowing these. Hop, hop, hop. Bent over rows, 90 kilos. Without straps. I don't care about straps. We don't use straps. Grip. It's crazy. And now I'm making this content on YouTube. Teaching you how to make multiplayer game servers. Who is doing this? Nobody. Exactly. There's only one person that I can think of that basically deserves a lot of credits. And that's Soding. Yes. He's doing the same. And he's maybe even better. But that's the only one. Besides him and me, there is nobody. I swear to God. And if there is somebody, let me know. Yeah, it's a byte, right? Because, look at this. Anak, look at this. Bytes? Why is that bytes? Because we are basically sending a generic JSON message. Because we are not in JavaScript, and we are not in Python, or in ever other non-typed languages where we can just magically decide what it's gonna be. You know what I mean? We can't. So that's why we have this type, right? If you look at this, we're gonna have a type, which is a string, and then we're gonna have bytes. So this type is going to determine what this beautiful baby is gonna be, right? Yeah. It feels like I'm basically, you know what I mean? Like these white thingies on your if people talk too much, sometimes my teacher, when I was younger, I was in school and my teacher, he was always talking and he was like there was something, sperm coming out of his mouth. It was crazy. And I think I have the same, but I don't think it is. But man, this nasty. Ugh. He was the math teacher. Ugh, I was a little guy, like a little. He was really, 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 really ugly. All right. Yeah, so basically, Anak, especially for you, what we're going to do is this. We're going to read this message, right? We're going to say if message. We're going to do that. We're going to say... Let's do it all in this Golang. It doesn't really matter, guys. We could... Yeah, you need to abstract it. I know. That's for later on. First, we are building stuff, right? We are not nitpickers. So we're going to do it here. We're going to say switch. Switch the message type, right? Just like that, of course. What's going on here? Caps lock and everything at the same time. We're gonna say case state, right? That's that default. Maybe a panic or something. Actually, no. Let's fmt println. Receiving message. We don't know. Right, just like that. A Gmail, maybe it's a Gmail. No. State, right? So if it's a state, we're gonna say state var state types player state if R is going to be JSON. Unmarshal state. No, unmarshal. We're gonna unmarshal. MSG.bytes, right? MSG data, by the way. And then I'm gonna say and state, rup, just like that. Hop. And if the error is not null, then we're gonna say this one. Boom, pin it in, hop, continue, because we don't want to be punished by some player sending garbage. You know what I mean? Some hacker is changing some stuff on the fly. You know what I mean? He forgot to add and null terminating a string, right? Null terminating a string, and there's a problem. But in Golang there is no. Yeah, I know. But imagine, right? Bam. Continue here. Now we have a state. fmt println needs to update the state of player state. It's fine. Wait, I think my music basically just it's not. It's not. I thought I need to refresh my playlist, but it isn't. Okay, that's fine. So what we're gonna do is clear the screen again. Oh, this is basically working out, no problem. Make server, reboot, make client here, clear the screen, make client, boom, 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 boom. Make client once again. No, too fast. This client typing is really, really, really annoying. Look at this! You only program in Windows. I program in everything. I program actually on Linux, by the way, if you don't realize that. This is Linux, Ubuntu. But why are you using Windows? Guys, listen, I programmed on every single thing. Linux Mint, Ubuntu, Arch, Mac, Windows Native for games. I programmed in every fucking language. Listen to me. I programmed in every fucking language. With every fucking editor. On every fucking operation system. On every fucking device you ever know. You know what I mean? Why are you using Windows with WSL2? Because my PC is so fucking good that it doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? Even I'm working in WSL2, I'm even 10 times faster than your PC natively on Linux. Why? Because my PC is a beast. It is what it is. So you need to understand that if I was a complete solo developer, so basically that's interesting, right? So what system should you pick if you program? If I was a complete only solo engineer, the only thing I did was basically just programming, then I would go, for example, for a MacBook or something, right? Or for a Linux, Ubuntu or Mint or whatever the fuck you want, right? But the problem is that I'm doing a lot of content creation, right? I also play some games from time to time, and I also make games from time to time. So I don't want to dual boot. I don't want to hassle with that. I want to have all my creative tools available, because on Linux it's always the same thing. There's always a problem. My GPU driver is not working. There's always a problem. On Linux, let us be honest, guys. And if you say, no, that's not true, no, it is. There's always something working on Linux, right? Oh, I cannot play this game. Oh, shit. There's always something. Always. Because each day, Linux is working perfectly fine. You're getting more and more anxiety because you know each day is working perfectly fine. The day that something is gonna bork is coming very soon. So if you're already programming on Linux and you have no bugs or no problems or no driver issues or no whatever for a couple of weeks, you are in big problem. But because one of these days, boom, the penguin is going to clap your cheeks. And that's why I'm using Windows with WSL2, because I didn't know about WSL2 6 months ago. I was starting my laptop, my Razer Blade for streaming and all that stuff, and I used for the first time WSL2, and it worked so fucking good. It was insane. Everything is just Linux. Everything works, just Docker. That's a little bit of, but all the rest just works perfectly fine, right? So I thought, why should I buy a MacBook? I basically need a desktop, right? Because I'm always sitting on my desk for streaming and all that stuff. So I just bought, with the same amount of money, I can buy an insanely good computer. You know what I mean? 3K, 4K. If you buy a computer for 4K, mine costs 3.5K. 3.5K. This is basically, there is nothing better on the market. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm using that. Yeah. I hope this answers your question. Linux for gaming, exactly, right? And for gaming, I like to, yeah, you need Windows. Windows is with WSL2 and all that stuff, and Windows Terminal and all that things. VS Code basically instantly works with WSL2. It's insane. Docker Desktop worked with WSL. It's... Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fucking fan. I'm not gonna lie. Because I'm in Linux, right? I'm in a Linux. It's... But I'm on Windows. It's crazy. It's like a trio, you know what I mean? Yeah, dual boot is also something, but the problem is, okay, I'm programming, but I need to edit a video, or I have a mail and I need to update a thumbnail and I don't have it because it's on my dual boot and I need to reboot. It's so annoying. It's so fucking annoying. So this is fine. It's good. Okay, so this is actually working, right? So I think we can actually do some Q&A. We do a recap, we do some Q&A, we could do a reaction video and call it a day. What do you think? I think that's good, because right now we have everything set up, because you need to understand that this state here, now that we have this, we need to tie this up to a game with a render loop and an update loop and all that stuff. But like I said, this is going to be a game client. This is in Go, but we want to use a real game. We want to make some kind of a real game, a small little game with squares or circles or whatever, just to see if the multiplayer works. Maybe we're going to shoot some stuff, but we're going to do that in Rust. So now we tested everything. Now it's time for us to delete the game client. It's just for testing, and then write the client in Rust. As a DevOps person who uses WSL2, I want to go back to Linux. Yeah, but that's something completely different. Yogurt with love. I think as a DevOps, you need to do a lot of networking and all that stuff. Docker and all these networks, and that just doesn't work on WSL2. Right? If you do, like, for example, Docker, and then you have the flag -- network is host, forget it. It's not going to work. Right, so everything with Docker, finding each other and all that stuff, it's just not going to work. Not like a native Linux thing. So if you're a DevOps and you do a lot of Docker, the walrus, the whale, then go native. But like me, I'm just making programs and I give everything to my DevOps team. I don't give a shit. I don't need to do that. I spent just 4 months with Linux, and now I'm using Arch with i3, NeoVim, and Emacs. I don't understand the people who say that takes a lot of time. No, it doesn't take a lot of time. Once you need to force yourself in using these things, and just yeah, if you do it a couple days, couple weeks, it's gonna be fine. But you guys don't need to. You guys don't need to open up video editing software, open up graphical design shit, all that stuff. You guys don't need to do that, right? All these tools, and then hey. What do you think about Node.js? It's good, man. Node.js is good. Startups and everything, write it in Node.js, man. There's no better thing than that. So the recap. So we make a server. We make a client. There's one more bug, I think, here with these clients. What's going on here? Clear. Make another client. Right, 2 clients. And he's going to get the player position from the other player. Amazing! And this guy also. Oh my goodness, this is what is going on. This is what's going on. We make things happen here right now on this channel. And that's what I'm going to teach you. It's stop whining, stop crying. It's time to make stuff happen, right? Okay, and every language is a good language. It's just the way how you use it and for what you use it, right? There are people, oh, I'm going to write my web application in Rust. You're a loser. Who's going to do that, you fucking idiot? Write my web application in Rust. Jesus Christ. Who's going to do that, man? If you want to say, I'm going to write my distributed file storage parser video encoder in Rust. Hey. Hey. You're right. That seems like a good idea to me. I'm going to write my compiler for my special toy language. I'm gonna write it from C++ to Rust. What do you think? Hey, cheers to you, my man. I think that's a fucking good idea. You know what I mean? I think about making a game with Bevy, data-driven oriented design. What do you think in Rust? I think you're right. But stop writing these simple APIs in Rust. It makes no sense. You're wasting your time. You're a complete nonce. It is what it is. Once you enable bridge network on WSL, it's really useful. Is it, Alex? You maybe need to DM me on Discord or something, because I really need help for that, because Docker... this is... I'm choking. Networking. All right. Cool, man. So what we're gonna do, a little bit of question answering, and then we're gonna do the reaction video, which is, believe it or not, about Rust. A guy that switched from JavaScript to Rust, and that's, I don't understand. There's nobody basically in the Python community or in another community that says, oh, we're gonna go to Rust. We're gonna go to Rust. These guys just shut the fuck up and they just write Rust. They don't make this, I'm switching from this to Rust. But the Yes community, the TypeScript community, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the Prime agent. I don't know who is doing this, but these TypeScript devs, which are basically web devs, or basically full stack devs, suddenly, which have no experience in low-level programming, they don't know what a pointer is, they don't know nothing, you know? They don't know what a heap and what a stack is. You know what I mean? These guys are suddenly becoming Rustians. You know what I mean? They're getting fucked by Faris in the ass. Because they're gonna learn it, and then Faris comes and he's gonna fuck them in the ass. Yes, that's what's gonna happen. And then they go back to TypeScript and they never hear them again. Don't be that guy. I mean, there are different developers out there on YouTube. There are people that are making videos about different languages and how good this language is, and they write toy shit, right? They write weekend warrior code, you know, because in their day job they don't write Rust. They write something else, Python, JavaScript, TypeScript, and then you have these engineers that basically did it all. Rust in production, everything in production. I wrote Elixir, Erlang. I wrote Elixir and Erlang in production. If you don't believe me, I can write Elixir and Erlang. It's I even have an editor in Odin. Odin. Primeagen makes a video about the creator of Odin. At the moment that I want to release my Odin video, and I thought, oh fuck, I'm not gonna do it because people are gonna think that I'm jumping on the Odin Primeagen bandwagon. That's not true. I wrote this months and months ago for my Patreon people, how to make an editor in Odin, a text editor in Odin. It's insane, man. I'm from a complete other level. Let's be honest. All right. Yeah, Protolog, which is your username. What about exploring writing service with EPOL, coroutines? I would pay for that content. Man, that's something I want to do for a very, very, very long time. And that's basically, instead of using the HTTP package in Golang, just make our own event loop with EPOL and all that stuff. Maybe we should do it in Rust or something. I don't know. Or in Go. You tell me, you decide. You know what I mean? I think it would be good in Golang. Or in Rust. I have no clue. Just tell me. But it's something I want to do for a very long time. But like I said, that's not good content for YouTube because EPOL, nobody knows what EPOL is. You know what I mean? So if I make a video about JSON API, hey man, that's where the money is. But what if you ignore that, people? Yeah, you can ignore it. Why not? Why not? Man, I'm spicy today. Am I too spicy? Is my character getting too wild? Let me know. I think I'm getting too wild. I think I need to be more humble. Because take everything also with a grain of salt, right? I mean, hey, I'm here to entertain also, right? You know what I mean? I cannot sit in here performing like a fucking dead mouse. That's impossible, right? We need to be testosterone. This channel is all about testosterone. This channel is about fucking coding, testosterone, and business. Yeah. Real deals. Noob question. And I forgot. Oh, when to use FMT versus log? I see you're using both. Chess games. Basically, if you just want to print out something, to the screen, then you use basically just FMT, right? Which is format, and you're gonna say println, and then your text, right? Just something here, right? But if you want to log something, then you should not use the log package from Golang. To be honest, then you should use something else like Zap, Uber Zap, or Loggers or something. But if you log, which is actually kind of the same thing, but this will basically, you have some settings you could do. I don't think it's a log level or something. I think you could do timestamps and all that stuff. It's going to append a timestamp, right? You see something with a timestamp. Stamp, yeah. Where are we? Is this client? Yeah, it is, you see? So this is basically just a println, and this is a FMT println, and this is going to be a log println, right? With some timestamp information. But to be honest, the logging package in Golang is completely useless. It's something I don't understand what they are doing. It's completely useless. I have Windows 11, by the way, Alex. Now, no, you're quite humorous to me. If you ever thought about thinking outside of the box, we could use your help on quantum physics, black holes, and dark matter. Yeah, of course. We can, because, I mean, there once was a cat in a box, and she could be dead, but she also could be alive. She's basically in both states. Because you can only know the outcome if you observe the state. Yeah. Because it's the collapse function. You know what I mean? The wave collapse. Boom! Quantum physics. Alright. We're gonna do a reaction video. By the way, how do we do this? How do we do that? Reaction video, and then it's time for my proteins. No, it's not true. I first need to eat, actually, to be honest. Normally I already eaten, but now I need to cook food also now. And I need to clean up the house. What a sad life. It's this little boy here. Why I switched from GS to Rust? Well, I'm so curious, my friend. Not quite sure if that's a good idea, but hey, we're gonna see. Okay, so of course, as usual, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do first a dry run a little bit to see if the audio is gonna be fine, right? Oh man, this is so annoying. Wait, let me. Boom. I think it's gonna be this. I'm gonna quickly play this real quick, right?
Story of why I switched from JavaScript.
I don't hear anything, by the way. Okay, let's do that.
/TypeScript to Rust. And hopefully it will help you make a more informed decision. At the end of the video, I'll also reflect on that decision and talk about whether...
What do you think about the sound levels? Maybe a little bit higher. I don't know. Let me know. I'm gonna do it again here.
In this video, I'm going to tell you the story of why I switched from JavaScript /TypeScript to Rust. And hopefully it will help you make a more informed decision. At the end of the video, I'll also reflect on that decision and talk about whether switching to Rust was a mistake or not. If you're already sold on Rust and want to get a better understanding...
Is it slightly low, or do I need to slightly lower it? What do you mean? Higher or lower? Let me know in the comments, in the chat. Yeah. Higher or lower? Man, this delay on YouTube is so annoying, man. Turn up slightly, maybe tiny. Okay. Let's do it again. I'm gonna do it here.
In this video, I'm gonna tell you the story of why I switched from JavaScript/TypeScript to Rust, and hopefully it will help you make a more informed decision. At the end of the video, I'll also reflect on that decision and talk about whether switching to Rust was a mistake or not.
And now, what do you think? This Sherry, who the fuck is this Sherry guy? It's so funny, man. Perfect. Okay. Then I'm gonna spin it up. So we're gonna listen to this thing. I'm gonna interrupt. I'm gonna see what's going on. This video is from 2 weeks ago. 36k views. So already doing much better than me. So this guy should be, I don't know, much better, right? All right. So we're gonna do this. How are we gonna up? Boom.
In this video, I'm gonna tell you the story of
why. Wait, let's do it again. So because I need to cut this out for YouTube. You know what I mean? All right. Let's go.
In this video, I'm going to tell you the story of why I switched from JavaScript/TypeScript to Rust, and hopefully it will help you make a more informed decision. At the end of the video, I'll also reflect on that decision and talk about whether switching to Rust was a mistake or not. If you're already sold on Rust and want to get a better understanding of it, then make sure to get your free Rust cheat sheet at letsgetrusty.com/cheat sheet. Before I ever learned Rust, I was a web and mobile developer for about 5 years. I started my software development career working at a startup where we built a web app using Node.js for the backend and Angular version 1 for the front end.
No! Angular, do you remember that, guys? Angular, man, that's a long time ago, and I didn't like that, man. I'm so happy with React and all that other stuff, Svelte, but Angular was so, even Vue was actually good, but Angular, man, ugh. Yikes.
God! No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Those were the dark years of web development, but luckily, eventually, React came along. By that time, I was working for Tableau, a business intelligence and data visualization company that ended up being acquired by Salesforce. Besides getting to work with React and React Native, I was also introduced to TypeScript at that job, which blew my mind. Having the flexibility of JavaScript coupled with a type safety layer allowed us both to quickly prototype and ship maintainable production-ready code. It felt like
like he mentioned, right? That's what I'm always saying, to quickly prototype and ship production-ready code. That's so important as a startup. A lot of people forget this. On Twitter, also, I can see people tweeting, I'm making a startup in Rust. With Rust, it's like, you're broken. You know what I mean? This is not the way to go, right? JavaScript, TypeScript, Node.js, React, all that stuff, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, put it online, ship it, tag it and bag it, take the money, and sip margaritas on the beach. That's what you need to do. And that's not with Rust.
Going from building a house with Play-Doh to building a house with brick and mortar. One of the big takeaways I got from this experience was seeing the value of a strongly typed type system. At this time, my team also maintained a few other services written in different languages, such as Kotlin. And because we had services written in different languages, there was some duplication between the code bases. We explored different ideas for getting rid of the duplication, and one of the ideas was to rewrite the common logic in a language that could be integrated in all our code bases, which included backend services and front-end clients. One language that was being considered was Rust. This was the first time I ever heard of Rust, and because my team was considering using it, and the most senior engineers on my team were enthusiastic about the language, I decided...
Yeah, of course they are. Of course they are enthusiastic. Everybody is. It's like all these. It's the same with Discord, right? They rewrote their stuff also in Rust because the seniors were enthusiastic about it. They had back their developer happiness. It's these guys, right? They're sitting in their job. They're writing this JavaScript. They're writing Go. They're writing Ruby. They're writing Python for all these years, day in, day out. It's boring, right? Their life sucks. They get a little bit of money. You know what I mean? And suddenly there is Rust right? A new language is kind of okay, right? It's okay. It's a good language. It's syntax. You can do a lot of stuff. Of course, you're gonna be. It's something new. It's the same thing with a marriage. You know what I mean? If you're together for 10 years, of course you're gonna get fucking a boner if you see a beautiful girl with these nice tits and beautiful clothes. You know what I mean? Like, Of course. But that's gonna fuck up your life. You know what I mean? Because your wife's gonna leave you and your kid's gonna be angry. She's gonna take all your money. And she's probably gonna sip margaritas on the beach. You know what I mean? That's the same thing. You don't cheat. You don't do that. It's all these... I don't understand. Like I said before, you can write Rust if it makes sense, but we don't know, right? Maybe, I think, we didn't actually completely listen to his story, but it could be that in this case, Rust could be a good use case, right? But a lot of people misdo it. Right? A lot of people have a simple Node.js application. It basically creates a user from a database, fetch some comments, some user likes, some friends and all that stuff. Maybe a recipe, right? From thing, and then put it on the browser. And then they're gonna write it in Rust. Hey, hello.
Decided to look into it myself. The more I looked into Rust, the more excited I got about the language. I tried to learn a low-level programming language before, C++ to be specific, and let's just say the experience was not enjoyable. But I was optimistic about Rust because developers in the Rust community seem to really enjoy programming in Rust. After a few weeks of thought and investigation, I decided to start learning Rust myself. And these are some of the reasons why. First of all, there was a lot of hype around Rust. Senior engineers on my team were raving about it. The Stack Overflow survey showed that.
Of course, everybody's yeah, man, yeah. Of course, guys, everybody's hyped. It's a hype. I said it's a hype. It's a good language, right? Don't get me wrong, because I'm gonna get pitchfork. People are gonna kill me, or maybe I'm gonna kill him. I don't know, but something's gonna happen. Blood is gonna flow on the street. But Rust is not a bad language. It's a little bit overhyped and a little bit overused by people. If I would do something and I need to pick C++ or Rust, I'm probably gonna use Rust, right? Because C++ doesn't make also any sense. That's true. Rust makes sense. But I'm not gonna write a simple backend service that's just gonna fetch some stuff and yada yada in Rust. That's not gonna happen. And that's what a lot of people don't realize, and they're just doing Rust because it's Rust, right? It is what it is. Hype-driven development, exactly. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with Elixir, right? Elixir came out, hype, but Elixir didn't pop off. But it's because these... It's fine. Let's why would you pick Go for yes over a startup? Because guys, listen, JS, right? Write everything in the same language, front end, back end, React or Next.js or something, Svelte, boom, deploy. Like I said, ship it, take the money, and sip margaritas on the beach. Don't make it too complicated. Don't think with your programming language. Don't be emotionally attached to your programming language. Think with your brain. Make money.
It was the most loved programming language year after year, and rewrite.
Is it me, or is this the sound of this video weird? I don't know what's going on, but I can hear it. Something is going on. I don't know if you can hear it, but let me know.
Everything in Rust memes were popping up all over the place. But the thing is, I didn't think Rust was just hype or another shiny object, because Rust was solving painful problems in the systems programming space. First of all, Rust of course solved the technical problem of memory safety without sacrificing performance. Microsoft famously released a stat saying that 70% of their security...
What the fuck is going on? I have no clue what's going on. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's go.
Vulnerabilities were caused
Actually,
by
to be honest, I'm gonna do a little back. Sounds weird. Yeah, it is. It sounds weird. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's... Sounds a bit muffled. It is, man. It is. But it's fine.
security vulnerabilities were caused by memory safety.
Wait. Let's a bit, because he was telling something and I was not paying
Microsoft
attention.
famously released a stat saying that 70% of their security vulnerabilities were caused by memory safety issues, which just goes to show that even with the best engineers in the world, manual memory management is extremely error-prone, and telling developers to be better is not the solution. But Rust also solved another really important pain point. Rust is a low
That Rust solves these memory issues. That's true, right? That's a fact. In C++, you can do a lot of nasty stuff, and I'm basically 100% convinced that the Rust is going to save these issues for sure. It is what it is. We need to be honest here, right? So that's true. Security vulnerabilities and all that stuff. Hey, completely agree.
Low-level programming language for the 21st century. Managing dependencies, building your code base, and distributing your application is not.
But by the way, I just want to pick up about these security vulnerabilities. Of course, if you're making some online, if you're making some web server or something, or something web related security, I'm not quite sure. It's more of these embedded systems, more of these binaries, these programs, these running on your computer that can be attacked, if you know what I mean, right? It's not like there's going to be a security vulnerability because you're writing a web server in a handler, a request handler in C++ versus Rust. That's not the case. It's more of these like these buffer overflows and all that stuff. But like I said before, there are a lot of things already in place that prevents that. But hey, he's right.
Straightforward in C++. Rust, on the other hand, comes with a build tool and package manager included. And it has a public package registry called crates.io.
Yeah, cargo, crate, muy bien.
Which is very similar to NPM. For someone like me coming from a web development background, this made Rust very accessible. Rust also has a few other things that make it very accessible, namely great error messages, great documentation, and great free resources like the Rust Lane book. Because Rust is so accessible, I thought to myself, this is going to open up.
I'm going to say something. When I was writing Rust, it's a long time ago, the error messages were not good. The borrow checker was a complete hell. Back in the day, it's a long time. Borrow checker is a borrow checker, of course, but the messages and all that stuff was a complete hell. Yeah, but now it's good. Like async, await stuff in Rust didn't happen. Tokyo didn't exist, and all that stuff. So hey, that's how far I come from, right? When I was writing Rust, but now it's a lot of better. So he's right? Good tooling, good everything, but still that doesn't make up that you need to write your web server or your request handlers or some simple application in Rust, right? It doesn't matter. That's no excuse to learn Rust, of course, but for production, I don't think so.
Systems programming to a whole new demographic of developers. And because of that, it was going to be a game changer for low-level programming. Now, those were some of the external factors that convinced me to learn Rust. But I also had a few personal reasons. I saw that Rust had a lot of momentum and it was still the early stages of a big wave. I thought to myself, if I can catch this wave early, it could have a big payoff.
No, my man. You're just a trend. You're a trend follower, just like everybody else. You know what I mean? You're no Sigma. Guys, listen. It's like, that's what everybody does, right? Everybody thinks, okay, Rust is going to be popular. Rust, why? Hipster. But nobody is writing Rust in production, right? Who's doing that? I wrote Rust in production, but majority of these influencers they don't write Rust in production. You know what I mean? It's all about, oh, I want to learn Rust because Rust is such a good language, but I actually don't make any money with it. Okay, cool. And that's basically it, right? I don't need to explain more. You know what I mean? Instead of thinking with your, instead of being a trend follower, instead of like a loose puppy, you know, like a happy puppy, you just think with your business mind and just learn what's actually people are looking for, and they are not looking for as developers right now. You know what I mean? But that's not true. Hey, it's fine. You can say whatever the fuck you want, right? It is what it is. One day we get a sophisticated static analyzer for C. Yeah, but still. Hey, imagine if like, I'm waiting for a couple of other languages, like the J language from Jonathan Blow. Hey, I want to use that. I don't like the Rust syntax. It's a little bit too, I don't know, it's just too, it's just a little bit too fashionista. It's a little bit too Ruby. It's a little bit too, it's basically, it's for the new age, right? It's all for these Gen Zers. It's fine for me, but for these guys, it's cool and it's hipster, but for me not. I don't like it. I like to write C-ish styled languages, right? Golang, Python is already, JavaScript, and all that stuff, you know what I mean? You should be learning COBOL if money is what he cares about. That's true, but why would you learn Rust? Because it's a trending language. Why would you do that, right? I mean, you could basically, I don't know, man. It's like I said before, and I already made videos about it. If you want to make money as an engineer, you should learn to build things, to ship things, and to bootstrap things. And that the only way to do that is by using productive languages. You know what I mean? Tools that already exist, and not using learning a language which if you want to learn Rust and you don't know C++, learn C++ and C first. Learn the basics of computer programming, and then you can learn Rust, because then it's going to make much more sense to you what's happening there and why it's happening. Because all of these TypeScript devs, JavaScript devs, they don't know what system programming is. They don't know. They never wrote a programming in C. Maybe at their high school, but that's high school code. That's not the same. They don't know what it is to suffer. They don't know what it is to look these things up, to see this code, to debug this C code, this C++ program, these complex programs in these languages. They don't know what memory layouts and all that stuff is. You know what I mean? Padding. They don't know what it is. What's padding? Oh yeah, that's the border of your screen. No, man, not that padding, you silly. You know what I mean? They don't know that. They need to do that first, and then they can write Rust, because then it will make sense.
Also, as a web and mobile developer for many years, I oftentimes felt like I lacked a deeper understanding of low-level programming. It was a gap in my knowledge.
Yeah, of course it's a gap, man.
That I wanted to fill, and Rust gave me a chance to do that.
No, that's, again, oh, I'm going to write Rust, now I'm a low-level programmer. It's not true. That's not the case. If you make a website, like I said, an application in Rust, what these guys are making is these simple to-do apps in Rust. Yeah, that you're not a low-level programmer. You're not a low-level programmer. You're a nonce.
And I thought to myself, once I have this understanding of lower-level programming, not only can I build websites and mobile apps, but I could really build any type of software I want. I can create embedded software, I can work on operating systems, etc. And this newfound knowledge would make me more competitive in the job market. Lastly, I thought to myself, I already have a highly employable skill set with JavaScript, TypeScript, and React, which I can always fall back to. So looking back at the decision to learn Rust,
That's true. He has a point. He has a good base. Right? If his Rust career is not going anywhere, he will instantly have a job. Why? Because he knows JavaScript. Everybody's looking for JavaScript developers, right? So that's true. System APIs, don't get me started. Yeah, let's continue this video real quick. And then
was it a good one? In short, learning Rust was definitely the right decision for me. I now have a deeper understanding of computer science, a valuable skill set, and Rust's momentum is not slowing down anytime soon. In fact, it's just the beginning. All right, guys, that's it for this video. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of this.
I don't know, man. I think it's mediocre. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie by this one. Why switch from JS to Rust? There is no switch. There is no switch to be made from JavaScript to Rust. There is a switch to be made from C or C++ to Rust. You know what I mean? JavaScript and Rust are two completely different languages. Their use case is completely different. And that's, again, a lot of these programmers, they don't get it, right? They don't understand it. They cannot... And I'm saying this all the fucking time, right? Every programming language makes sense for a specific use case. like I said before we did this reaction, we were basically making our multiplayer game server in Go because it makes sense. The game itself will not be in Go. Why? Because it not makes sense. And we're going to do that in Rust. Why? Because it makes sense. You know what I mean? And if you want to be, if you're a JavaScript or a TypeScript dev and you want to learn Rust, go first to C and C++ and learn the things about memory. Learn why C and C++ are terrible. Terrible. You know what I mean, right? Why? Why is Rust a thing? Why could be Rust a thing? They don't know that. They have no clue why. First suffer in C and C++, and then write Rust, and then learn Rust, and then your world's gonna be completely different. You know what I mean? All right. This is weird, man. This sound was so weird. What are the comments here? I think yada. As someone working Node Angular app, I feel your pain. Yeah. Rust is probably the best choice for systems programming, and anyone is still programming C, they should definitely look to moving yada. It won't happen, my man. It won't happen. Rust will never replace. It will never replace that. What's going on here? VS Code, by the way. It will never replace that. Oh, these guys, man, they're living in a fucking fantasy. Oh, man. Like I said, guys, if I really want, I could jump on the Rust bandwagon, right? I could jump on the Rust bandwagon, and I could. All these people. Oh, look at this! I have Rust videos. It's like, oh, Rust, yeah, King GG, Rust, King GG. Oh, my beautiful king, take this present from me to you, and I will seduce you for the rest of your life. But we don't do that because we want to be productive. You know what I mean? Rust is not productive. But Anthony, what do you say? All these nitpickers on YouTube, man. In the comments. I can already hear them comment. I can hear them. The horde of nitpickers on my comments, on my YouTube comments. And then I need to hold myself to not clap them cheeks. You know what I mean? Miguel, most of Rust programmers didn't even touch it. Yeah, that is. Exactly, Miguel. Exactly. Miguel Borges. A lot of programmers don't know what it is to write low-level code, low-level system code. You know? For example, let me show you something here real quick. Look at this. GGQ. I wrote this queue myself. Right? Where's this? Look at that. Cache line padding byte. Look at this. This is the fucking fastest queue you're gonna ever find in Golang. There is no faster thing. It replaces channels because channels are slow. Yeah. Cache line paddings. You need to understand how memory works. You need to understand these concepts first. That's what you need to do. And the only way to do it is by going to see these native languages and to learn and to experiment with it, to see, oh shit, a pointer here, a pointer there, and see nothing is safe. It's basically unsafe.pointer all over the fucking place. Is it a bad language? Of course not. It's because there are very, very good C... Salvatore Sanfilippo. Salvatore Sanfilippo. Huh? Who is Salvatore Sanfilippo? It's the maker of Redis. The most used key value store on the fucking planet. Robust as fuck. It's written in C. In C! Yes, in C. I studied that code for a very long time. And I watched this guy on Twitch for a very long time, although he had not a lot of videos. You know what I mean? Do your research first before you open your mouth on YouTube as an influencer. Alright. While in C would be in a breeze. Where can we understand about memory? I don't know. Well, probably some good channels. For example, Live Overflow or something. Live Overflow is a good channel. We have some cool stuff. Some good channels on YouTube that basically are low-level stuff. Ginger Bill has a lot of good articles. Oh yeah, Ginger Bill, for example, is the maker of Odin. Odin is a good language. I like Odin much more than I like Rust. I'm gonna lie. Of course, I don't have the code here right now on this PC because it's a new one, but on my I will bring it over. But I have an editor. The first thing, how do you say that? The first couple of files of my editor, right? You know what I mean? It's not completely done yet, but it's basically, you can open it up. It has Vim motions and all that stuff, and it's written in Odin. You know what I mean? It's on Patreon, by the way. For the people that basically want to, like I said, some self-promotion. For the people that are willing to learn more about Golang, that basically willing to become a professionally active in the Golang community, for the people that are willing to be professionally active as a Golang engineer, go to fulltimegodev.com. It's a complete program where we're going to build everything you need to know to become professionally active. Check this video here. It's going to explain everything what we're going to cover. Look at this guy. He's looks like me because it's made by me, right? Cool. Yeah. Basically, to be honest, guys, look at this. It's on my new PC. If I do, wait, let me see here. Make bench here. Look at that. 2 seconds. This is the bench on my new PC. 48 milliseconds. Let me do it again. Make bench. 50. Okay, full. Let me see if you can make bench once again. Bench. Boom. Okay, 47. That's the best one. And if you go to GitHub here, stream beast, yada yada yada. Where's my? Let me open up GitHub real quick here. I'm going to show you. Yeah. For the blind homies, we're gonna increase the font size. Where is this thing? How do we do that? Here. Hollywood. 83 milliseconds on my laptop, and of course on this PC it's 47. It's almost half. It's double as fast. And it's basically all because this queue. It's all because of the GGQ here, why the thing is fast. You know what I mean? It's blazingly fast. It's based on the LMAX disruptor, by the way. The LMAX disruptor. What is the LMAX disruptor? It's from Java stuff. Check it out. LMAX disruptor queue in Java. It's written in Java. Alright. Already pushed to pre-sale. That's good, man. Hey, what do you think about that? Vansha Dar already purchased. Can't even speak decently. What the fuck's going on? Already bought the pre-sale. And maybe it already did some stuff. Maybe you could ask him here directly on YouTube how it feels to be a full-time Go dev. Odin is poorly optimized, so I still use C and C++. Yeah, that's true. Of course, these new languages like VLang, Odin, they are not very well optimized. Completely true. But I think there is something that basically compiles, I watched the video about it, something that compiles Odin to C itself or something, and then it could optimize it like that. I don't know what it was, but I read something about that. What's your favorite front-end framework to pair with Golang backends? Next.js or any JavaScript, Svelte or something. It doesn't matter. Is rearranging fields inside GGQ could help with memory padding? Yeah. Although the memory padding in GGQ was much better, but I needed to add more and more, and I basically was too lazy to add more padding. This is what it is. But the things that needs to be get from the cache will be get from the cache. That's why padding is useful, right? Even though if you do atomic values or something, if you do atomic counters in your application, your Go application, what you could do is pad them. Everything counters and incrementations and all that stuff that needs to be queried a lot atomically, cache them. Make sure they are in a full cache line. That compiler isn't ready yet. Yeah, I know. I'm not quite sure. Miguel, I read something, I saw a video about something, because they were working on some kind of particle system engine or something in Odin, and they made something that compiles Odin to C. I'm not quite sure. I'm pretty sure I watched that, but how good it is and how ready it is, I have no clue at all. But I like Odin. The syntax is just amazing. Odin is even VLang. I like it, but VLang is really, I don't know. GG Tate. Do you have a video explaining the tech behind your GGQ? Yeah, I have some. I tried to make some videos on YouTube, I think, but I think on YouTube there is one, to be honest. Is that true? Whoop! YouTube. There cannot be anything in my history here, guys, because it's a new PC. So I never went to porn on this PC. I never went to crypto. You can do nothing on it. This PC is completely free from demons. No nudes to be found. Nothing. Right? Just fresh. Look at this. This guy is live. 74 people watching. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This thumbnail, I think this thumbnail is pretty cool, not gonna lie. So GGQ, I think your channel, can I do that? Yeah, I can. How to Golang? I think it's somewhere here, can I? How do you search in this thing? What an unorganized YouTube channel is this? This video is insane, guys. Look at this. Why I switched from VS Code to NeoVim. It's getting 23k views. Guys, listen. Listen here. Why I switched from VS Code to NeoVim, my setup. 23k views. That video is complete garbage. It's 13 minutes of me showing basic stuff. 23k views. But learn quant trading for beginners, 698. Quant trading course for beginners, 1.1. I have this rusting here. I have blockchain stuff, 1k, 500 views. Here, this one. How to create a crypto exchange from scratch. A lot of people don't realize this. Here. Crypto exchange from scratch. A lot of people don't realize this, but this is a full working matching engine where people with an API, listen, I'm going to repeat this. This is a full working matching engine where there is a JSON API built on top of it, where you can place a market order and your order will basically be filled by the matching engine and it will transfer cryptos, Ethereums, to your wallet that you registered with your account. All with Ganache. It's basically a development blockchain that mimics the Ethereum network. You know what I mean? Ganache, Truffle, that stuff. So let that sink in. Let that sink in for a little bit, because a lot of people they have no clue. They all watch the Primogen and you TypeScript. No. This is a series about how you can make a complete matching engine in Go. You build a JSON API on top of that. Then you set up your own private Ethereum network. You attach your user API, your user ID to a wallet. And then you make a JSON API call and you transfer this real Ethereums from that private chain to your wallet with a JSON API. With a matching engine. Hey! Here! Nobody realizes that. That was the beginning of my career. Nobody sees this because YouTube algorithm is just completely broken and I didn't know what I was doing. Nobody cares about this, but everybody cares about here. Why I switched from VS Code to NeoVim. And what I'm going to say right now is for everybody on YouTube and for everybody that is in software engineering, why this video has more views then that video is the exact reason why you won't make it. You're gonna stay mediocre for the rest of your life. You're gonna stay broke for the rest of your life because you prioritize somebody that switches from VS Code to NeoVim, his stupid setup, and nobody cares about my setup, before all these other videos. And luckily, that's true, because there is more money to be gathered for myself. Thank you very much. All right, are there any questions? I can hear something. Somebody is donating or something. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's fake, but I can hear something and I don't see what the hell is going on. I can see anything. I just hear something. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm streaming on Twitch for some reason. I don't know. I have no clue. But of course, take this with a little grain of salt, guys. But what I'm telling you is the truth, right? I mean, I know it's boring. It's boring stuff. But these videos, I stopped making them. People say, Anthony, on my Discord, Anthony, you're turning into the person you hated to be. Somebody said that. Anna Defminer. Anna Defminer on my Discord, she's a special person. I don't know who she is. She's smart. She's spicy. And she tells me, Anthony, you're becoming the person you didn't want to become. You're becoming the person you hated. It's YouTube that made me become that person. Because nobody is watching my low-level stuff. Nobody's watching what really matters. Nobody's watching where the money is. Nobody's watching you. Nobody's watching these skills. So I turn slightly, my channel turns into reaction videos, shorter videos, setup videos. You know what I mean? Can you look into the GGQ video? That's actually what we are doing, to be honest. Oh, man, but I have good content, man. I have so much good content I can cut out of the stream, man. I can make maybe 3 or 4 videos out of this stream. Whoa, I can see the money coming in. This is what it is. This is why I'm streaming right now. To make these shorter videos to basically upset everybody. And just take the money and vamos a la playa. You know what I mean? Okay, where is this fucking video? I have no clue where it is. Can we search? Implementing the LMAX disruptor in my project. What the fuck? Look at this. It's basically I have captions. It's amazing. It's this video here. Yeah, Tevio, I don't watch either of them since it's not the kind of stuff I'm interested in. Of course, I understand, right? I mean, maybe you're interested in that stuff and maybe you don't. It's like very specific stuff, crypto stuff, trading stuff, and all that stuff. Too much stuff in the sentence, but I understand. But I mean, it's just to give you an idea. Like, if you want to be big on YouTube, you need to play the YouTube game, right? Yeah. Okay, Kito, I hope you find this video somewhere. Just Hollywood LMAX-Q, type it in the search, press enter, and you're good to go. And I think I have a couple of these, to be honest. LMAX ring buffer with unsafe pointer in Golang. Yeah, I remember. This was such a painful stream. This was a painful stream. We were debugging this. I was trying to implement this LMAX ring buffer and with unsafe pointer and all that stuff. And it was, oh, I remember that. I can feel the frustrations. The GGQ took me, I think, I was working on the single queue for a month. Day in, day out. Late at night. I was writing that queue because I had bugs all over the place, bugs, race conditions. Man, I was getting clapped on the cheeks by every single bug that could be. But finally I made it. So I keep persisting it and I finished it and it's a fucking fast queue. Right, no. Vansha Dar, I'm interested in the low-level stuff you do. Yeah, no. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, man. Hey, Anthony, do you believe that languages such as Elixir, Pony, which are based on concurrent systems, will replace like Golang in a single threaded but allows for coroutines? No. I don't. Elixir, no, it won't. It won't replace it. It won't replace it. Elixir is a good language because I was working for Nash. Nash IO is a cryptocurrency exchange, decentralized cryptocurrency exchange, and they basically wrote everything in Elixir. Everything. So I was part of the matching engine team in Elixir, and poof. Yeah, gen servers, supervisors. It was cool, but I don't know, man. I wouldn't do Elixir again, to be honest. Then I would do pure Erlang. Elixir is just a syntactic sugar on top of Erlang, and then with a lot of abstractions here and there, and then some idioms on top of that, and then some bad error messages. But that was back in the day. Maybe now it's better. Yeah. I think the videos are interesting, even though I can't understand English. But you're typing English like a fucking pro. That's for sure. That's for sure. I joined because of the low-level stuff. We're doing low-level stuff, guys. Hey, let's be honest. We're gonna do that. I need to switch it up, right? I'm gonna do some more API web stuff because that's attracting right now 43 viewers. But if I do JSON APIs, I'm having 100 viewers on the stream. You know what I mean? And then I can do some promotion about full-time GoDev, which is actually a good thing. Trust me, it's no scam. It's actually it's gonna be a good thing. And then it's making me money, right? Because Patreon. It's not that profitable for me. Not quite sure what I need to do with that. Probably going to continue that, but maybe I should do yearly subscriptions, because what I see in Patreon is that a lot of people come in, they want to watch a specific videos, and then they bounce out, right? That's yeah, you know what I mean? Anyway, 2 hour 14-minute stream. I'm thinking I'm going to wrap it up. Are there any questions? Happy to resolve them. Otherwise, we'll be back online this week again, where we're going to build the game probably. I don't know. Yeah, the game. See if we can hook things up. WebSockets in Rust. We will see. I am Chinese. Konnichiwa, my friend. If that's Chinese, I'm not quite sure. Maybe that's another language. I hate functional TBI. But functional languages are pretty cool, right? So what I liked about Erlang and Elixir was the functional stuff. Of course, combine functional with state and speed and memory efficiency, it's not going to happen, right? It's not going to happen because in these functional languages, you're gonna copy everything over once all the time. And then recursion, of course, Erlang is optimized for tail recursion. We all know that. But I like that. I like pattern matching, and that's something I like in Rust also, right? Not everything is bad in Rust. If they just made Rust a little bit smaller, the language is too big of an ID. It's too big. There is too much going on. You're always uncertain if something is good because there's probably a method somewhere, right? Some kind of thing has a method that could do exactly what you want to do, but you don't know it because it's so yeah. It's too big. If Rust was a little bit smaller with pattern matching, I think it's good. It was a good language. If they just whatever. Last question: which blockchain series, YouTube or full-time GoDev? There are two different blockchains, right? There are two different blockchains. The one on YouTube is an easier one because it's using just an account model, which is easy. You just have a store with account and you can do whatever the fuck you want, right? The one we are building, the one that's in the full-time GoDev is an UTXO model, which is basically with unspent transaction outputs and all that stuff. It's a little bit complex, a little bit more debugging. It's a little bit more complex, right? Why limit to 1 and not all? I don't know what you mean. Maybe we are already out of scope. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna make some food and clean the house and do some administration and probably work a little bit more and all that stuff, right? First of all, thank everyone. Let me first of all look at this, man. Baby. Thanks everyone for watching, for jumping into the stream. Much appreciated. Like I said, Patreon supported. Much appreciate every single one of us. The people purchasing, I cannot even speak that word. The people that are buying the pre-sale of the full-time code dev. Thank you, everyone. You won't gonna regret it. There's already a big chunk online, and I'm probably going to record more tonight, so everything is done by the end of the month. All right, thanks everyone. See you in the next video, next live stream, probably Thursday, Tuesday, Thursday. I don't know. Maybe, yeah, Thursday is gonna be it. Right. See you then. Vamos a la